notes, and I had to keep on track. So when I was first asked about this, I thought, what in the world am I going to say about Mr. Johnson? I look around, how many people are here? How many people were here earlier? But two things came to mind. If I had to describe him in two words, it would be honest and competitive. I think he's the most honest person that I ever met. Probably not the guy you'd want to ask, does this outfit make me look fat? It's the outfit. It's the outfit. Sure. And he was at Elkhart General Hospital. I was visiting him one time, and he was complaining about they were taking too much blood. He just didn't have any more. He was weak. He was tired. And then finally he looked at me and said, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I know it sounds like we're down 10 at the half, don't I?" Of course, it's okay. And going through a lot of old stuff, preparing for this, trying to find out what I was going to say and talk about, I saw an article in the paper from March of 1980 after winning the sectional. After winning the sectional, this is what he said, one of the things that he said. "I'm not going to neglect teaching to become a better coach, and I'm not going to neglect coaching to become a better teacher. My job during the school day is to teach." I don't know that every coach can say that. I mean, he was honest. Like I said, he's the most honest person I think I've ever met. He is the most honest person I've ever met. Competitive. You've heard it, and you'll probably hear some of these things over and over. Hustle is a ball player's greatest asset. Everything he ever gave us had that on it. Any type of handout, scouting report, basketball propaganda, whatever it was, it had that on there. MTXE, toughness, extra effort. Good things for guys to learn. To us, MTXE was a bunch of drills we had to do. And finished with some wind sprints, which was always fun. You can never outwork him. He was the first one there. He was always the first one to practice, last one to leave. He would run after practice. Scouting reports, very detailed. He would scout teams that we might play, or teams that we might run into down the road if we won. So he would scout them. He always stressed team. I remember one time we would go down to Market Square Arena for the state finals, and we'd all meet at Memorial and ride down there as a team. And one year I asked him if I could ride down with my brother. Bad thing to say. I went up at lunch to ask him this, and the rest of the lunchtime I got to hear about how important team was. We can't go our separate ways. We got to stick together. We do better when we do that. Again, the competitiveness and being honest. So next words out of my mouth were, "What time are we leaving, Coach?" And so we were there a couple hours before it started, I'm sure. There's no one that I respect more than Mr. Johnson. I know I look awfully old to be calling him Mr. Johnson, but that's what he was to me up until he died. I feel very lucky to have known him. In that same paper in 1980, in the same article, it said, "Winning the sectional has to rank among the best feelings because of the players." This is what he said. "They are the type of kids every coach wants playing for him. And when you see things go right, it makes everything worthwhile." After that, Rick Meyer wrote, "And Johnson is the type of coach every parent wants his son playing for. He is molding boys into men." I don't think truer words were ever spoken.